here didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And Reed with it over the middle.
Herbert's pass.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Intercepted.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
At the 15-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Score, Bengals 28, Chargers 7. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down now, Mixon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals add on to their lead. So they connected on a short pass on 31 to pick up the first, opting not to run it. Well, there was a lot of run after the catch all the way into the end zone.
On these short yardage plays, you often get man coverage in the secondary. Not every time, but oftentimes you do. So if you decide to go ahead and throw the ball, once they get away, especially on one like this, short pass, but now he just takes off and goes. How much rack did he end up with at the end of that one? Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Complete to number.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but... And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Bernard breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building and bullying. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Joe Mixon, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
For the extra point.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Oh, a battle for it here. And this will be caught.
To Joe Reed. A gain of 15. First down, Chargers.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Yards to go.
To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
At their own
the field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at his own 3-yard line.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Here comes Reed. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
5-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. One last throw here for Herbert. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Chargers. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.